What's up, sports fans? It's your man D back, speaking my sports talk. All right, my good people. We're talking about Andy Ruiz Jr. Look, Otto Wallin firing shots off at Andy Ruiz. Well, Andy Ruiz can be stopped, and I'm the one that can stop him. Boom. So we got that this morning. Then Jermell Charlo, man. By my assessment, Jermell Charlo is get ready to complete the four belt undisputed. It ain't gonna be easy, but we're gonna talk about that this morning as well. You know, that fight is coming up. Couple of other things I want to mention this morning too. Liam Williams stepping up. I mean, not Liam Williams, sorry, Liam Smith stepping up to the plate to go down there and swing, bang it out with Tim Tszyu. You know, I want to see Tim Tszyu get the opportunity to get more fights. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit this morning as well. So who we got? Maestro mi hermano, what's good? First up, Maestro says first today. Yes, sir. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Joshua Little John, what's good with you, Maestro? Good morning. What's up? Iceman in the building. What's good, Iceman? So let's get on this Otto Wallin situation here first. Otto Wallin and his camp, you know, watched Chris Arreola fight. And I think a lot of these fighters now may have watched the Chris Arreola fight. See, Andy Ruiz, prior to fighting Arreola, was somewhat of an enigma. And fans had to give him credit because he took out Anthony Joshua, no doubt. But then it was sort of like the thing where he came back the second fight, got totally dominated, but everybody didn't realize it's because he wasn't keeping himself in shape, you know? So, okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. I know you guys, it's the morning time. A lot of people at work sometime. So, first up in the building is Maestro Del Boy in the building, Blue Collar Sports TV. Everybody go check out my man Del Boy, Blue Collar Sports TV. Phenomenal channel. Very, very knowledgeable guy. Also, Maestro in the building first up. Fantastic channels, both of them, guys. And I'm been subscribed to Del Boy for a long time. So trust and believe, man. It's a great channel, and I'm not going to introduce you guys to anybody. No idiots. Put it that way. If they're idiots, I'm not shouting out their channel. All right, but special guest this morning, Maestro. I'm not sure if you're working or not. I know you're a teacher and everything. You guys are off for the summer. But this link goes out to you, my man. You guys, as y'all know, in the morning, I'm only going to have one person on the panel. Then we're going to kick it a little bit. And Maestro if you are working and you can't get it, that is extended to you, Del Boy. So, moving on. So, either one of you guys, but Maestro and Del, if you come tomorrow, then you can be the special guest too. I'm only going to have like an open panel and there's multiple people on the afternoon lives when I have them. I haven't, I've been slowing down, taking care of some other stuff. Anyway, let's go. So, Maestro, if you got time, brother, that link is to you. One guest in the morning. And you, sir, get that call. If you can't make it, just put it in the chat. Del Boy, you wanted to come up, join me this morning. We only stay on for like an hour. I don't really extend these lives. We'll be out of here at 8:30 Eastern time, my time. So back to it. Otto Wallin and his camp. And I think, as I was saying to a lot of other people, Ruiz was somewhat of an enigma. He beat Anthony Joshua the first fight in pretty impressive fashion too. Of course, we know that temple shot started off a whole lot of issues for Joshua, and he really couldn't recover. And Andy Ruiz stayed on top of him, eventually got him out of there, but he eats himself out of the second fight. Like, that's it. It's not as if, people say, oh, Joshua figured him out and had his number. None of that. Joshua did the things he needed to do to improve his game, for sure. The footwork, stamina, pumping that jab a little better. However, Andy Ruiz he came totally unprepared, physically unfit, slower, gas tank won't there. And his footwork, he couldn't track Joshua down. So some things were exposed about Ruiz in that second fight with Joshua. However, I think people put it more or less on the fact that he totally ate himself out of that fight. I mean, hell, it was weeks. It was a couple of months before the fight when he even started going into training, man. So he fights Chris Arreola, and somewhat of a tumultuous fight, gets dropped in the second round. Does go on to win that fight via decision. So now Otto Wallin is looking in his direction. I like this fight. Otto Wallin said ultimately he would like to avenge his loss with Tyson Fury, but Fury's not even his priority. His priority is winning a title, and he believes, continuing to build his stock coming off of his momentum from the Dominic Breazeale victory, that he can get in there and possibly stop Andy Ruiz, and that will continue to propel him. And I actually agree. Also, I like this fight. I love it. Andy Ruiz and Otto Wallin, I love it. Phenomenal fight. 60-40, in my opinion. But simply because I've seen Ruiz in there with Joshua, and I know what he can do, and I'm putting some weight on the performance with Chris Arreola, but not so much, because there are different factors in there. This is his first full-fledged camping fight under Reynoso, so things are going to change from Robles to Reynoso. You're going to see different trainers, so there's different styles. They're going to arrive here to this championship boxer in a different way. So Andy's going to have to adapt to certain things. Also, his muscle tone and his body fat count and the way they've changed his body, those are some things he's going to have to adapt to too. I was saying going into the Chris Arreola fight, myself and Mark unrivaled, that we didn't like the slim build that they were putting on Andy Ruiz, because we figured it may affect his punch resistance. With him going down in the second round like that against Chris Arreola, however, he looked phenomenal too, probably the best shape of his entire career. But with Ruiz showing the chin that he's shown in boxing, the guy showing that he's able to take a hit, I'm pretty sure Chris Arreola don't hit harder than Anthony Joshua, and he withstood some hits from him. To go down that fast in the second round against Chris Arreola, I think that maybe this weight change possibly could have affected his his punch resistance. No telling. We're going to have to pay attention to that moving forward. But that plays into what Otto Wallin believes. Not only can they beat Andy Ruiz, he believes that he can knock Andy Ruiz out. And he says he knows that because of his performance against Dominic Breazeale. He said that, there was probably a chance for him to knock Breazeale out, and he didn't, I guess, put the foot on the gas to get it done. But he feels like he can spark Andy Ruiz slam out. And I'll tell you something. Dominic Breazeale, because he couldn't put Dominic Breazeale out of there, means absolutely nothing. Dominic Breazeale has a tough chin. Yes, he's been stopped before, but let's analyze it. Wilder and Joshua, bro, I'm not going to give him too much heat for getting stopped from those two guys, right? You look at those guys, those two guys in particular, and all of the fights they have combined, and all of them that ended in knockout. Bro, we're talking about two fighters over 65, 70 fights, and combined, they're over in the high 90 percentile of stopping guys. So Brazil getting stopped by guys that hit like that, no big deal. But he took a hell of a lot of punishment off of a hell of a lot of guys in all the fights. Fury was bashing him up. Joshua pummeled him for 7 rounds before he stopped him. So Wallin, I'm sorry, not Wallin. I said Fury bashed him up. I didn't mean that. I meant Dominic Brazil. Sorry, guys. I lost it a little bit there. Dominic Brazil has a chip. So Otto Wallin not being able to stop Dominic Brazil, I don't really put too much weight in that. I would love to see this fight with Andy Ruiz. And right now, it's just chitter-chatter. No negotiations, nothing set in stone. Talks. Basically, y'all know how that go. They're in talks. Anything could be in talks. And it's really not even probably in talks. It's just Otto Wallin calling him out. Will Andy Ruiz answer the call? That's the question. Iceman says AJ was messy with him, USA on the women's first fight. Yeah, AJ, you said messing? I don't think so, Iceman. I think AJ was going to beat him. I mean, look what he did to him, and he knocked him down first. So I think he was legitimately going in there to whoop him. But the temple shot can change everything, man. Not even just for AJ, for pretty much any fighter, a temple shot can change the whole scope of the fight. So I don't know if AJ was playing around or anything like that. He just got caught in that temple and never could really recover. Maestro says salute. What's good, Willie Williams in the building? Top of the morning to you, sir. Now, as far as I know, and obviously if Otto Wallin is calling out Andy Ruiz, that's in his picture. He wants to continue to move uphill. He wants to go uphill in names. He wants to continue to go uphill throughout the sanctioning bodies because he said his ultimate goal is to get a title. He said he would love to get the rematch with Tyson Fury, and I would love to see it. But his ultimate goal is a title. So he has to fight the big fights. It was a good fight. Him, getting working with Dominic Brazil, someone who has been in there with marquee heavyweights, and then you move on to Andy Ruiz. And if you could get past that, then that means a lot for Otto Wallin, especially the way he cut Tyson Fury up and put him through that 12-round battle. Then he goes in there with an impressive win over Dominic Brazil to go and beat Andy Ruiz. That will put a lot of stock in this guy, and so that's, that just goes toward his ultimate goal. He wants to be a titleist. Sure, who wouldn't want to avenge a loss, right? But he's not prioritizing avenging his loss to Fury. His priority is going for that strap, man. And so shout out to Otto Wallin. I hope Andy Ruiz responds and gives him that fight. That would be a hell of a fight, man. Joshua said, what up, DJ? Yo, big bro, you are right about Charlo fight being swept under the rug. Told you, bro. It's ridiculous, right? It's crazy. Crazy, Joshua. Chi-Man boxing in the building. What's good? Good morning, afternoon to you, sir. What's up with you? Good to see you, G-Man. Tone, what's good with you, Tone? Who is Wallin signed with? I'm not even sure, Tone. I'm not sure who Otto Wallin is signed with. If he is signing any majors, don't even know, fam. Good question. Anyone know who Otto? Hey, G-Man, you know who Otto Wallin is signed to, fam? I don't. It's the week of the fights. It's being talked about at small paces. Yeah, bro. And then look, they're splashing Errol Spence and Pacquiao, which, look, you know what I don't like about things like this? So let's talk about Jermell. Let's go ahead and move over to Jermell. And do you know I don't like the things like this is that Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao fight. It's going to take a lot less promotion, especially with all of this that Pacquiao has going on with Rodrigo Duarte. This guy, his opponent over there. Though the dude's in the news on both sides of the spectrum, boxing, politics, you know, he's all in the news. So that there, publicity, right? That there's something else. The fight's gonna be, and then it's Errol Spence, one of the more popular fighters in America in this day and time. Jermell Charlo's not getting the shine, and he hasn't been getting the shine that he deserves the whole time. And yet, and still, you're gonna plaster. This is PBC business. It's the same silliness that was going on with Terrence Crawford when he was involved with the Amir Khan fight. You know, pay-per-view for Terrence Crawford, big event, something he need to push his stock, and Bob Arum want to plaster Lomachenko everywhere. You know, it's bad enough that Jermell Charlo is doing the most in the PBC out of all of them. He's about to be decorated better than any of them. Right? But you hear about him the least. Freaking Wilder losing, going out of his mind, making excuses, you know, coming back, looking good training, you know, but he's the heavyweight American former champion still in the picture, so I get it. But then you got Jermell Charlo, who ain't really doing a damn thing. You know, but cap, Benavidez, Demetrius Andre, Golovkin, everybody ducking him. Cap. That's all he's doing. He's not doing it in the ring. But he's getting more shine than Jermell. Tank Davis, which he's getting more shine, but shout out to Ellaby and Floyd working miracles with that kid as far as promotions go. But my point is, like, all of these guys are getting this shine, but my guy Jermell Charlo, this thing should be promoted all over the place. 4-belt undisputed, one champion, 154. Jermell Charlo conquered it, 2-time champion on his way to become an undisputed. Nothing. I mean, you lose your belt. Look, it's something to be said about a guy that loses his title and then he goes back and he gets it back. I gave Anthony Joshua all the credit in the world. I actually said that he was going to do that. That means something. You lose it, you go back and you take your title back. That's why it's a big thing when 2-time, 3-time champion, 4-time champion. That means a lot, you know? And so this is what Jermell does. And to do that and top onto that, go take all the rest of the belts. Why is this not being talked about? Why is my guy, Jermell Charlo, not plastered all over the cameras? Why Al and why Floyd not talking about making bets on this guy? You know? Ridiculous. The promotion should be out of the you know, it should be off the charts right now, but whatever, man. That's the PBC. Really looking forward to this fight. Mel hasn't fought a guy like Castano. I'm intrigued. Vice versa. And that's why, you know, I was saying, Andre, this is going to be a hell of a fight. Either one of these guys could take this fight. Brian Castano, the way you get down inside there, and Jermell have trouble with some guys. Jermell's my guy, but you get down there, you get some good work inside, you give Jermell some trouble. That's Brian Castano's specialty. That's why I say all these Jermell fans that think it's going to be easy, think again. Because they're both of their weaknesses plays with both of their strengths. Vice versa, both of them. Stylistically, it's a great fight. And I realize it's a height disparity and reach and that and all that, but Brian Castano's been working through that type of stuff his whole career. He knows how to deal with that. So this is going to be a hell of a fight, Andre. I agree. And like I say, the best fights are fights where either guy can win. Not these fights where we know who's going to win. Oh, man, we know he's going to beat this guy. We know he's going to knock that guy out. That's not the best fights. The best fights is when you're going in there, man. He could win. He could win. Spence Pacquiao. Now, I think this is a little bit, not a little bit. I think this is, me personally, I think this is closer than Spence Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao a little bit too past it, man. Spence gonna get him. But anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm doing great, Andre. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Let me see. G-Man said Wallin, after that IFL interview, gave his canceled himself. Huh? He's canceled himself. After the IFL interview he's canceled himself. He gave him what? I don't know. I'm confused there, G-Man. A-Rod, what's good with you, A-Rod? 83 Boxio. Y'all check my man A-Rod out. He's got a channel. Very knowledgeable in this sport of boxing. Good to see you this morning, A-Rod. Dimitri Shalita, I think, promotes right. Oh, okay. Cool. Uncle Pete in the building. What's up? What's good with you, Pete? What's up, D? Love the show, homie. Thank you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Let me see here, Joshua D. Jefferson. If Mel wins, does he become the new face of the PBC? No. Unfortunately not. That's the thing with, look, man, your stock is going to be built. You're going to get your name out there. It is what it is. It's a lot of guys that deserve more shine in this sport, but they just don't get it. Jermell's not the only one. I can't sit here and cry bloody murder for Jermell Charlo specifically. I mean, like I say, he's not the only one. There's a lot of guys that's much more. Look at Nonito Donaire. He should be one of the biggest stars in boxing, wouldn't you say? Monster Naoya should have much more popularity than he does, but this is how it goes, man. No, he won't be. Sad but so, because here's the thing, Joshua. If he goes and completes 4-belt undisputed and Spence beats Pacquiao, Spence has a bigger chance of being the face of the PBC because he's already way more popular. He's got much more stock behind him, does Errol Spence, right? And you cannot honestly say that Errol Spence has fought tougher competition than Jermell Charlo. No, what he's fought is better names. Competition, the level that those two guys have fought is comparable. You know what I mean? But Spence has the Mikey Garcia, the Danny Garcia, the Sean Porter, the Kell Brook, those names. So you build stock, and that's why it's a battle between money and legacy. Because you go after the money, you can get it in this sport. Not do nearly as much as the next fighter, but you get the money, right? Or you could go after that legacy and fight the fights you need to fight, take the path you need to take to get to 4-belt undisputed, multi-division champion, 2-3-time champion. And so this is what Jermell is doing. Why? And I'm not saying that Spence is chasing the money, but fight Crawford, right? If you chase some legacy, that fight with Crawford would have been happened already. I don't care what anybody say. Clearly, it's about money. All these fools talked about during negotiation. Money. I honestly feel like Jermell would have been like, F that, let's get in the ring. Because he's got that mentality to fight, which is what we want to see. But sometimes that mentality to fight doesn't get you the money. Sad reality of the sport. So now, a little, like as Ronald Finkley says, little think tank, Errol Spence, you know what I mean? One of these guys. Because Wilder, if he beats Fury, then Wilder immediately back to the top. Because he's still like right there, Wilder. He lost his belt, but still like his popularity, his pool, his strength, the people, as far as the PBC fans, if he beats Tyson Fury, it would be Wilder. He'll go right back. Spence beats Pacquiao. He's got the better chance than Jermell. And little Tink Tank, say he beats up Lomachenko, he would be in front of Jermell. You know what I mean? But Jermell would be the only one that's 4-belt undisputed. Sad, but it's so, fam. Sad, but it's so. But Errol Spence is my guy, so Jermell Charlo is my guy, so At least both of them doing well. That's all I care about, dog. I think it should be based on his recent. Oh, well, we all think it should be based on merits, but it ain't. D cracking himself up. Yeah, Pete. Doesn't help that Darren Rolly Romero is the co-main. Well, look, man, love or hate Rolly Romero, he brings action. That's one thing I like. And Rolly can't box. Rolly can't box. Okay, we get that. Rolly, he's not really a C-level fighter. C plus at best. However, the kid brings action. There's always action. And look at it. Ooh, whether he's laughing at how terribly he's missing, but he lands some good punches. He takes some good punches. There's still action there. And Rolly's tough as nails, bro. If Rolly, I really feel like if Rolly settled down and really got some decent training, he wouldn't be a bad boxer because he has one characteristic about him that serves you well in combat sports, and that's toughness, durability. And Rolly has that. He's just not a great boxer, bro. Rolly, you know what I mean? I think he has the essential fundamentals. Rolly Romero, man. Well, I don't mind Rolly being on the card, Andre, to tell you the truth. They both explosive too. I think Castano has the perfect style to pull it off. We shall see, though. He does. He absolutely does, Andre. He has the stylistically, it's great. It's a phenomenal matchup. And I don't disagree with that's why I say he has a chance to win this fight, It's a lot of fans out here just looking at the size, and man, Castano can get through that. Textera has greater dimensions than Jermell Charlo. He's a pretty good boxer as well. Brian Castano saw his way through those dimensions. So, it's a great fight, man. Great fight. Andre, are you serious? Rolly should be co-main. No, I don't think he's saying like he's celebrating it, Joshua. But yeah, Rolly, Rolly's a champion, Joshua. Put some respect on Rolly's name. He has a championship title, Joshua Lil John. My bro Mark Unrivaled in the building. What's good with you, Mark? Appreciate you sliding through, brother. Yeah, G-Man, Salida Promotions. All right, there we go. Otto Wallin, Salida Promotions. Said, what up, Mark? G-Man said, Wallin was having a go at Fury for not giving a jib jab in it. Oh, okay. That's what you were talking about earlier. I got you, G-Man. Yeah, Tyson Fury, man. I'm going to talk about him a little bit later, too. I just wanted to kick it about this Errol Spence. Jermell Charlo and Castano situation. Tyson Fury. Two of my guys here recently disappointed me, fellas. One is Tyson Fury. Very disappointing here recently, and I'm going to talk about that. Another one is this guy. He's turning into what he used to call Lomachenko, Divachenko, and all that. Well, Tia Diva Lopez, get your act together, man. Because that's my dude still. I'm Team Tio, but don't make me start on you, Tio Diva Lopez, right? Teofimo needs to step it up, bro. I want to see, I don't want all of this talk about money, but these two guys, they need to step it up. Tone says, employing the Ellaby standard, whoever wins on Saturday night will not be undisputed. To hell with Ellaby. But yeah, I get you. Ellaby's an idiot, bro. No, actually, he's smart, but some of the things he say are idiotic. I will say that. The hell with Ellaby. All Ellaby cares about is making money. He doesn't really care about legacy or accomplishments or achieving anything in this sport, but making money. That's the only accomplishment and achievement that means anything to Leonard Ellaby. So take what he says and throw that right out the window. No one really cares what Floyd and Ellaby says besides Floyd and Ellaby lovers. How are you guys? Great, Mark. Hope you're doing well, brother. Cali in the building. What's good, Mr. D? So what does he have to do? Castano? He's got to, if you talk about Castano, Cali, he's got to do what he does. He has a knack of getting inside. And like I'm saying, Jermell Charlo, when you get inside of Jermell Charlo, and if you can do efficient work on him and pressure him, that's the trouble. That's the trouble that Jermell has. And that's a strength that Castano has. So he has to do what he do, and he has really good head movement too. He's not as easy to hit as people may think, which is why he's so efficient with getting inside. So Jermell has to keep him from doing that. He has to utilize that range, hit him with that 1-2, keep him back, catch him to the body. So, but Castano has to do what he do. Get inside, pound, put the pressure on Jermell, try and hurt him, because Castano has good pop in him too, Beating a guy down, Jermell has a great chin. Both of the Charlos, he has a great chin. And, he's really durable. He's taking a lot of punches, but you can still break a guy like that down. Break him down, get inside, take it to the body, come over that overhand that Brian Castano had. Keep hitting him, put that pressure on. You may be able to take a good punch, take another good punch, but that type of thing adds up, wear and tear. Brian Castano could get it done, man. He could get it done, Cali. That's why the fight is so great. And Jermell has the tools to stop him to, be either one of these guys' first time being stopped. You know what I mean? Neither of them have been stopped. It's going to be great, man. It's going to be a firefight, Cali. D. Jefferson, I feel you. We can't compare Maryland Spence 147, 154 like apples and oranges in popularity. Yeah, welterweight's a popular division. 154, damn near like 175. So, yeah, man. Even the lightweight division is more popular, and the heavyweight division is the most popular. So, Jermell just is the wrong spot. If he was doing what he was doing at 160, which I think he should say hell with Jermall. Jamal's not doing nothing. Complete this run and go to 160 and compete, man. Start taking those suckers out, because I got him beating Demetrius Andre. I got him beating GGG. I got him beating Murata. Then that just leaves his brother sitting there holding on to a belt, doing nothing with it. But Patrick, what's good, brother? Patrick in the building. Salute D. Jefferson, always a great morning, listening as usual. Appreciate you, Patrick. So, yeah, that's what I think, Joshua. Diva status. Yeah, man, I got to give him some heat, bro. You know what I mean? Everybody know Teofimo, my guy. But I still say this. I'll start saying this now, just in case the fight happens. Teofimo Lopez is going to knock Lomachenko the fuck out. 7th round. It's going to be not going to be a whole lot of cussing, but that's going to be my prediction. Until the fight happens, Lomachenko going to come out faster and attack Teofimo and baya! Take him out of there. Teo's still my guy, but he needs to stop messing around, bro. I'd rather him fight Devin Haney. But I love the Lomachenko rematch. Don't get me wrong. I would rather him fight Devin Haney. They'll probably end up meeting up at 140, man. People will talk crap about it. He wasn't really undisputed. No, it was a dispute. Whatever. They'll meet up at 140. I don't think they'll get it in there. Unless after Kambosos Jr. they choose to go the Devin Haney route. If they stick on the Lomachenko road, then I very seriously doubt that Teofimo and Devin Haney meets up at 140. G-Man says Charlo this weekend, but close the 115, 113 type fight. I got Charlo in 10, but I could see that too. Anytime I pick any fight for the fighter to stop him in 10, 11, or 12, the decision's always in play. If I'm like, round 9 or less, then I'm feeling like inevitably he's going to stop him, like Tank Davis. I had Tank in 8, 2 rounds later than what I gave him for Leo Santa Cruz. And so I was like, Tank's going to get the stoppage. I didn't see any decision in that. But if I'm picking like, round 10, 11, or 12 for the stoppage, which is what I'm picking in this fight. Totally, fam. Totally, I could see and I could see a fight like that too, G-Man, for sure. Politics is going to play a part here, which is awful, disgusting. I don't like it. I don't like it, even though Jermell's my guy. But I do feel like politics will play a part here. Brian Castano is going to have to really do him in. I don't know if he can pull off a close fight. I think a score like this, 115, 113, G-Man, it could be one of those things where most of the fans saw it 115, 113 for Brian Castano, but then the politics kicks in, and then it's 115, 113 for Jermell Charlo. And you'll get some gripes and stuff, but yeah, or he could catch him and bah, you know what I mean, put him out of there. So yeah. Will win, I mean. Charlo will win this weekend. Yeah, I knew what you meant. You said Charlo will this weekend. I figured that's what you meant. No doubt. Yeah, I'm picking Charlo too. I'm picking Charlo also in 10. Andre said Castano going to have to go through hell. Better hope he doesn't get cut against a guy like Mel. Yeah, he is, bro. He's going to have to work. And he's going to have to stay sharp, you know. I love his little faint head movements to stay out of trouble. You know, not catch the full brunt of those punches. Both of these guys are going to be hit, but yeah, he's going to have to. It's a tough fight, Andre. It's a tough fight. Mel, it's no walk in the park for Mel either. And he's going to find out when Castano gets in there and start putting those paws on him, because Castano explode on the inside real quick and start beating on Mel. He's going to figure out it ain't going to be easy for him either, you know. But I think that Jermell Charlo can work. See, Tony Harrison, who coincidentally took his belt, which he had to go back through him to get his belt back. Tony Harrison's issue is he's chinny, but the dude can box, and he has power too, right? He can box, you know. He's just a chinny guy. But with that being said, Jermell has had 12 rounds with a guy that can box, and then he went more rounds with him again in the second fight, although he stopped him. And you know, I'm not saying that Castano's boxing acumen is any better or worse than Tony Harrison's, but at level, as far as a boxer, Jermell can, you know, work his way around that too, find his shot, you know, do what he needs to do. And Jermell can box. Jermell's not. I think Castano's a better boxer than Mel. Me personally, I feel like Castano's a better boxer than Mel. It's not like he's leaps and bounds ahead of him, but I would rate him a little higher as far as boxing. It's just the intangibles and, you know, pushes Jermell over the edge too. And he can box as well, but the height disparity, the reach, power, I don't know, maybe comparable between the two, because Castano's pretty powerful. Mel it's like Castano's skills may be better than Mel. Mel may be a little more powerful than Castano, but they're not like leaps and bounds away from each other. It just makes for a really interesting fight. Really interesting fight. And I think that not only is Castano going to have to go through hell, Andre, Charlo's going to have to go through the fire himself, man. You know what I mean? It's that type of fight. Like, they're both going to have to do their thing. Or if not, the first guy that slips loses. That's how I see that fight. Guy, whoever comes, if you come unprepared or you're a little under, you know, not hitting your mark, your time is off, that guy loses. These guys are going to have to, you know, be on their A game. Both of them. D fighters in a few days. Yeah, and I know, crazy, bro, crazy with the promotions. What are we doing here? What are we doing, PBC? What is up? They promote all of this foolishness. Man, they put more promotion into Andy Ruiz and Chris Arreola than a 4-belt undisputed match. At least with Top Rank, they waited until the final 8 or 9 days. Well, what are we doing here with this? I don't know, bro. I don't know. They dumping all over my boy Jermell Cali. LT, mi hermano, what's good? What's good? What's good with you, brother? Fish in the building. What's good? All right, D chat. Ruiz versus Wallin is a great choice for both. In my opinion, a boss move would be to get into talks with White. Yo, I'm with it. Well said, Fish. I love it. Like I was saying that earlier before you jumped in. I think it's great. Great. Charlo better hope he don't get cut by a guy like Castano. Yeah, right. I think somebody said that maybe Andre better hope he don't get cut by Charlo. Yeah. Right. There you go, Mark. Vice versa. Because Castano, man, he put that pressure on. He be inside, man. He's gonna put massive pressure on Jermell Charlo. I think that Castano's gonna put more pressure on Jermell Charlo than he's ever felt at any fight. Forget about Rosario. Castano's going to put more pressure on Jermell than Rosario. Y'all mark my words. And Mark, yeah, I feel you. You better hope he don't get cut by Castano. No worries, Mark. Mel taking this. All right. Mel taking this. Yeah, okay, Mark. Freaking, let's do it. What's up with you, bro? G-Man, not G-Man, Maestro. I think he was working, so he couldn't take me up on it, Del Boy. So, Mark in the building, Unrivaled. What's good with you, fam?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
Can you hear me okay? I probably sound high as hell, but I'm good.
No, you're really good then. That means everything is on the up and up, because so am I. I just finished before you came on. My wake and bake.
I'm perfect right now.
Yeah, but so what do you think, man? Like, this fight is going to be phenomenal, man. Give us something, Mark. Give us the Unrivaled special on what you feel about this fight.
The fight's going to be boring because Mel is going to clinch Castano a lot.
You think?
I know he is, because I know that Mel's not good in the pocket. So but he is good at clinching.
Yeah, that's what I was saying too earlier. That he doesn't do well when you can get inside and pressure him. He doesn't.
Yeah. He's good at mid-range and at length. And he's good at when he gets to pressure you from mid-range. That's where he's actually the most dangerous. If he starts backing up Castano, that's when shit's going to get really scary.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem. If he starts backing up Castano in that pocket, like, think about it. Like, Tony Harrison was like, nah, I'm not letting this dude, like, back me up. I need to, like, keep him going back. I need to offset rhythm and stuff. Jason Rosario, he was like, okay, but as the round started to progress, once Mel started backing him up, that was it. It was game over. So that dude knock you out when he start backing you up. That's what he does. Castano, he's such a shrewd customer in the pocket. But what a lot of people don't give him credit for is how intelligently he gets in on top of you. He doesn't just bum rush in. He has like 3 different types of head feints. The one that goes high to offset, but then he'll cuff around the left with the left hook and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. That, man, look, it's going to be a hell of a war, man. I was saying to Andre, it's not going to be easy for Castano. Like, shit, it ain't going to be easy for Mel. I think that I'm pretty positive that Castano will pressure him more than anyone else he's fought. He'll face more pressure in this fight than anybody else he's fought. That's just my assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also say that Castano is one of the biggest punchers he's ever been in the ring with. Like, it's undoubtable that this is one of the biggest punchers Castano's been in with. But vice versa.
Sure.
Vice versa. I wouldn't say that Mel's been in there with a lot of big punchers. The only one is Rosario. But Castano can crack, and he can crack hard. He has one punch KO'd people.
Yeah. You know? I don't think Tony Harrison got one punch power, but I think he got some pop with him though.
I think he got pop, but I've seen Castano with 4 one-punch KOs.
No. Castano definitely got more power for sure than Harrison. Yeah, I was saying that earlier. I agree with that, no doubt. No doubt.
And I know that a lot of people don't really rate this guy too highly. One, because he fights out France, so he's not really known to the mainstream. But Castano fought a guy who I would say is a bit similar to Mel in Michel Sorrow.
Sorrow. Yeah.
And Sorrow's a very good fighter. Huh?
I didn't even know he fought Sorrow.
Yeah, that was a very close fight. I gave it to Castano 7-5. And he's very similar to Mel, which, as you know, having a fight like that can help prepare you for a fight like this. Because Mel hasn't fought any. I would say it's close. The thing about Sorrow is, I would say he's the most underrated fighter overall in that division. The other thing is, I would say that he's probably the most underrated puncher. I think the two biggest punchers are Mel and Sorrow. I've always thought that. So Castano was able to take his punches and take them well. So
yeah,
I don't think Mel punches much harder than that. If he does hit harder, it's not by much, because I've seen Sorrow just clean clocks. You've seen Sorrow clean clocks as well.
Yeah. I like Michael Sorrow. Yeah.
He is like.
Oh,
go ahead.
No, I was G-Man. I love him, and I hope he gets more opportunities. I hope Liam Smith gets down there. That'll be a good fight for him. I want him to get bigger names, but right now they're making a fight with Liam Smith. That's not a bad shout. But I want to see Tim Tszyu. I think he's ready to get in there and fight the better guys, the Rosarios, the guys, the Lauras, whatever. Put him in there. Let's see him. But I don't mind Liam Williams. But as far as Tim Tszyu, I think just keep going uphill, Tim. Keep doing what you're doing. It's tough, man. He's down there in Australia, That's where his stock is, Stock, when we was talking about stock and boxing and, bringing the fans in. And that's where Tim's stock is. So it's kind of tough with them. They could get fighters in there that don't have the biggest name, and Tim can still make his money fighting in Australia. But then with the guys with bigger names, maybe they don't want to come to Australia. Maybe they want Tim to come to America or whatever. It's just politics of the sports, man, trying to get these fights together. And then risk over reward. I don't think I'm the only one that knows Tim Tszyu is official. Got to keep that in mind too. Risk over reward. The guys with the names that's also on the climb up, maybe they don't want to go fight this guy. You know what I mean? So I think Tim Tszyu is great. What do you think about Tim Tszyu, Bart?
He still ain't fought anybody who still has something.
Right.
So giving me Dennis Hogan coming down and wait on a 2-year layoff? No. Giving me Jeff Horn, who's completely shot and past his prime and got a gift help from the doctor to beat Zarafa? No. I haven't seen the kid in there prove how good he is. Yeah. I haven't seen it. Like, I've seen him beat up old withered fighters who at one point were competitive with some guys, but never like special, So I don't know, man. I'll tell you what. If you want to fight, give him Jack okay. Give him that'll tell me something.
Yeah. Yes, Joshua, because Jermell will be doing everything and Jermall will be messing around. But yeah, they'll both reign at 160. Jermell will clean up. Jermell will fight the competition, and Jermall will fight some guys and hold on to his belt. Oh man, Tim Tszyu versus Tony Harrison. I don't know.
Tony is shot. The way he fought against Brian Perella.
That was terrible. Yeah, Tim Tszyu will take him out, man.
The way I think Tony might be done, but I think he might be done.
Yeah, I remember. Just when you said that Perella fight, that was nasty. Yeah, Tim would get him, G-man. Tim would get him.
He actually got schooled by Brian Perella, like schooled.
You said that fight's being talked about? Do it. It's a fight that'll be good for Tim. I mean, like Liam Smith. Just look, man. I want to see Tim do something, but I don't want to just throw him in there and get him beat up. You know what I mean? So Tony's fine. Liam Smith is fine. He just need to keep moving up. I just want to see Tim keep moving up, and I hope it don't get to the point where it's this risk over reward thing where they don't want to mess with him because he's too scary. Maybe he should lay off beating guys up so much until he get the better names. just do, just win, just beat him. Practice some of what you've been learning in the gym. You got this. Don't be going in there mashing them out, because then these guys don't want to fight you. Or at least their teams don't want to put them in the ring with you. Said Phoenix lucky team or great. They got Chris Paul. What you think? Ain't no luck. These guys were doing. Did you see what happened in the bubble last season? These guys went on a freaking tear in the bubble. They didn't have all of those pieces together yet. They was on the cusp. But then you put Chris Paul in that mix. Not luck, bro. That's an official. They're official. No luck.
They have a damn good team. Damn good. Like they mentioned Chris Paul, but you gotta Devin Booker can go hot out of nowhere and pull 50 up on you. Really
he was
quick.
doing that last season. That's why he was a huge reason in the bubble. And then DeAndre Ayton's healthy. Bro, that's not luck.
Yeah, DeAndre Ayton getting 20-20. You know what I mean? 20 rebounds, 20 points. I mean, then you look at the other guys. They've got Bridges. Bridges in one of the games put up 27. I mean, then you look at a guy like Crowder. His first game, he only got 1 point in the finals. 9 rebounds, though. Dominating. They're helping out Ayton at the post. Then his next one, he gets a double-double. 10 rebounds, 10 points. Even when they lost the other day, I think he had 8 rebounds, 8 points. He's a great team player as well. They have a lot of things. And don't forget, it takes more than 1 or 2 to pull off Chris Paul's specialty, that pick and roll.
He always has been. With Boston, with Cleveland, Crowder's always been that solid guy, bro. Always.
You need that. You need those guys. They're a really fundamentally sound team, man.
Very much so. And like I said, last season, you could see that spark in that team. They took off. They was whooping ass, bro. They was at the top. They were one of the top 2 teams in that bubble. Phoenix was. They were beating everyone. So you could see this coming. Like I said, with a healthier Ayton, Bridges freaking, having his blowout, his breakout season, and Chris Paul added into that mix. Devin Booker's a star, bro. He's a star, superstar. So, bro, but let's get back to boxing this last 8 minutes. Callie done threw me off a loop.
Sad.
Callie, Castano gets hit easy. And then, man, what are you talking about? Castano's tough as freaking steel nails, fam. Cut that out, bro. Both of these guys are very durable and could take a shot, man. Castano ain't got no weak chin. Didn't you just hear what Mark said? Do you know about Michael Soto? If not, go watch a few of his fights. That dude can punch. So, Castano's good in my book, Iceman. That's a good fight, G-man. Yeah, it is. Boxing, what's up? Smoke. No, that's not Smoke. Smoke is Boxing Lounge. Boxing Dialogue, my bad. Didn't mean to do that. What's up with you? For what it's worth, the last time Jermell fought a 5'7" orthodox fighter, he got dropped. Who was that? Who is he talking about, Mark?
Offhand, I don't know.
Who was that? Boxing Dialogue? I don't quite remember that. Shiz Biz, what's up? Castano's a good boxer. Indeed. But to that point, too, he got dropped and did what? Since Tony Harrison, the only one to beat him, he won. That matters. You can get dropped, but you win. Okay, you got dropped. To the panel, who is your money on? Charlo. Easy. Charlo. It's my guy. Charlo 10.
I've got Charlo on points.
Yeah. Or, all points. I'm going to bet on both. I'm going to bet on both ways. I'm going to bet my 10, 10 through 12, but definitely going to bet them on points too. Because I was just saying earlier, Mark, if I ever pick a stoppage 10 through, 10, 11, or 12, the decision is always on my mind if I'm picking that late. If I'm 9 or before, then I figure this guy's going to stop him, right? But if it's 10, 11, or 12, then the decision is always in play if it's a late stoppage like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me personally, I think the fight's going to be there's going to be a bit of controversy because both of these styles, right, they favor different sets of eyes. You know what I mean? So, because this is going to be the effective punching versus volume. you know? And that's always a fight that's really controversial for fans. I always see a big split when that happens. Always.
Yeah. Well, these two guys fighting, these two guys fighting for all the marbles, coincidentally, are not. I'm not trying to hear Chinny with Brian Castano or Jermell Charlo. Y'all tripping, bro. These guys ain't Chinny. So the division, I can't speak on all of that. But these two guys, it's not no Chinny business going on here. Chin Smoke was good. He said, "What's good, D. Jeff and Mark? Salute to you, brother. Salute to you." That guy in the building was good. That guy was good. Boxing Dialogue said Charlie dropped. Charlie Otto dropped. Charlie Oda.
He did?
I don't know what Boxing Dialogue is talking about, but let's check it out, man. Let me check it out right quick. I don't know. Look, man, I always say, I ain't no freaking encyclopedia.
Yeah. I mean, neither am I, but I know that that's a bit of a weird one because Jermell's never fought against Charlie Oda.
Yeah, you bugging. I was just on Box Rack. He never fought any Charlie Oda. So you bugging out, Dialogue. I went right to it because when you said it, you remember when he said it, Mark? I said, yeah, I don't remember that one. I'm a Jermell fan, Boxing Dialogue. You can't just come here and say something about.
Oh, wait, no, they did fight.
When? I didn't even see
Charlie
it.
Oda is Charles Bellamy.
Oh, okay. Charles Bellamy.
That was in 2014.
Man, Boxing Dialogue, stop it, bro. You talking 2014, man. It's 7 years ago. The dude was 22 years old, man. If you don't cut that nonsense out, bro. He didn't even have his man strength yet. Man, get out of here, bro. Come on, look. Let's get serious, bro. These are who's more durable and has a better chin than Castano and Charlo? Let's put Castano and Charlo. What other fighter? You could have said at one point Jarrett Hurd, but I think his punch resistance is gone. He took too many shots to the face. You know? So at one point you probably could have said Jarrett Hurd. Now, take Jarrett Hurd out of there. Who's more durable than these guys?
Lara.
Possibly.
I do think Lara's chin is fucking. Sorry, apologies.
He's
but I do think
his may be gone, so he got to get hit by somebody correct here, you know. But yeah, possibly Lara. Okay, so one. So you got one guy,
and that's just—it's not even a fact. That's just a conversation. I'd also say, actually, you know what? I'm gonna say this: Jack Culkay. Jack Culkay's chin is serious business.
Yeah. Hey, that dude don't like to go down, do it?
Diesel, yeah. You don't like going down.
Like going down, do it? Yeah, Jack Culkay is a tough son of a bitch, bro. That ain't no lie.
Jack Culkay is one of those fighters that you gotta give the props to.
That's perfect, bro. That's a perfect one to end on, and that is true. Because you think about it, this guy. This is why he's so awkward. He's put up tough fights with a lot of fighters, bro. Jack Culkay, and this is why he is. That dude's tough as hell, no doubt. So anyway, man, anything final, Mark? I'm just going. Oh, it's okay. Hold on. He said, just saying because Charlie is the only fighter you can compare Castano physically that Jermell has. Oh, okay, but
that's fair enough.
That's fair. But you do learn, and you move uphill. You know, and this is 7 years ago. So I get it, though. I do get it, no doubt. But any final Mark? We hit that hour point. We'll get ready to shut it down.
I have one thing to say. The second undisputed fight of 2021, guys. The only time in 4-belt history have we had 2 4-belt undisputed fights in 1 year. Enjoy it. Indeed.
And we may have 3 because I just got a text last night and Reynoso says good news is on the horizon. And I'm thinking we're going to have 3 4-belt undisputed matches. In 2021, hey, Mark, remember in January, I was saying 2021 is going to be a fire year? This is a fire year, fam. This is a fire year. Heard and his chin might be overrated. He's just much bigger at 154. Lara has a good chin. Lubin chin is Lubin. I don't know about Lubin chin as far as one of the toughest, G-man.
Yeah, every time Lubin get hit, I get scared.
Yeah, he's been wobbled and shaking up a little bit. You know, he took
knocked out.
Brutal knockout from Jermell. So I don't know about him, you know. But he was huge. The dude used to walk around at 205, bro. How do you 190 to 205? What was claimed?
220 even. 220 was claimed at one point.
Massive, and you fighting at 154. That is massive. But anyway, guys, love you all. Mark, my brother, appreciate you. Go get out of here. Enjoy. This is big, man. Enjoy. It's going to be a great fight. I don't care what anybody say. Jermell is my guy, but he is in for a war this weekend. And y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.